Thank you all so much for being here today. So as you know, my name is Tyrus Billingsley, and again, I want to thank you all for being here. But before I go into any detail, I want to start by having us all take the time to acknowledge that we are standing on sacred ground. The innovators and trailblazers of Greenwood are the reason why myself and all of you are here right now. The centennial may be over, and the eyes of the world may be gone from Tulsa, but Black Wall Street's blueprint of excellence was the North Star for our community long before the national cameras came, and it remains so now that they're gone. With this in mind, I would like to initiate a brief moment of silence to honor the ancestors of Black Wall Street and also honor our 3 living ancestors and survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre: Mother Viola Floyd Fletcher, Leslie Bennyfield Randall, and Hugh Van Ellis. Thank you so much. As I said, my name is Tyrus Billingsley, and I'm the founder and executive director of Black Tech Street. Our mission is to rebirth Black Wall Street as a Black innovation economy and catalyze a movement that sees Black people embrace technology as a means to build wealth and impact the world. In the day-to-day, we do this by architecting and securing Black tech-focused economic and industry development opportunities for the Greenwood community. And we bring these efforts to life by brokering alliances with partners capable of catalyzing economic impact at scale. I'm here today to announce the first of many such alliances. For the past 20 months, Black Tech Street has led conversations with Microsoft to broker an alliance between the tech giant and the Greenwood community. Initiated via an introduction from a mutual friend, Jeff Rivera, I was introduced to Director of Business Development, Zane Elrod. While our conversations were initially around one specific training engagement for Black Tulsans, after I laid out the entirety of Black Tech Street's vision, we agreed there was an opportunity for a much more holistic engagement. Conversations continued, partners were engaged, and as word of this project circulated throughout the company, 3 Microsoft contacts became 30. In November, Black Tech Street hosted Microsoft General Partner Desmond Forbes and Director of Business Development Zane Elrod in Tulsa, where they met with leaders of the Greenwood community, the City of Tulsa, the University of Tulsa, and the business ecosystem. Today, I'm standing before you to officially announce the start of an alliance between Microsoft, Black Tech Street, and the Greenwood community that we at BTS have dubbed the digital transformation of Black Wall Street. The goal of this alliance is to raise the capacity of the Tulsa ecosystem as it relates to producing, attracting, and retaining Black cyber talent, to establish 21st century Greenwood as a national leader in Black cyber excellence and innovation. Leveraging support from our alliance with Microsoft, Black Tech Street has set an initial milestone of creating and employing 1,000 Black cyber professionals in Tulsa with a soft deadline to achieve this by the year 2030. The 1,000 number and the 2030 timeframe is a result of a study we commissioned by our partners at In Tulsa, and I want to shout out Jake Cronin and Patrick Hossiford specifically. And that study showed that 6% of Tulsa's tech workforce is currently Black, and we would need roughly 1,000 new Black tech professionals by 2030 to bring that percentage in Tulsa up to parity with the national population average of 14%. We believe we can reach this number and plan to do so by leveraging a number of ecosystem partners who will have their capacity raised via Microsoft support. There is a great opportunity here for Black Tulsans. The national average salary of cybersecurity professionals is $88,000 a year, compared to the average salary of Black Tulsans, which is currently $32,000 a year. Additionally, a number of cybersecurity jobs that do not require a 4-year degree are instead anchoring cyber certifications, which makes it the perfect vertical to mobilize Black Tulsans into. Finally, with the understanding that the lifeblood of Greenwood is entrepreneurship, cybersecurity startups are among the most lucrative and in demand of all tech startups. And some of the most successful startups are founded by entrepreneurs who became experts in their field, saw a gap, and went on to found a startup that addressed said gap. Leveraging Microsoft as our ally, we can establish a strong talent and academic foundation in cybersecurity, and we can set the stage for Greenwood to produce and attract top-tier Black-founded cybersecurity startups that will not only make Tulsa an epicenter of Black innovation, but also the generational wealth that was the bedrock of Black Wall Street. Initial support that Black Tech Street leveraged from our alliance with Microsoft to establish Greenwood as a cyber hub includes the Microsoft Cybersecurity Scholarship Program, which provides cash scholarships to Black students pursuing training at the Tulsa Community College Cyber Skills Center. Microsoft's provision of cutting-edge generative AI and cybersecurity technology to, alongside the University of Tulsa, assist the Black Tech Street in piloting AI cyber research and experiential learning for Black Tulsans. In 2024, Black Tech Street and Tulsa Innovation Labs will also host the first annual Black Tech Street Cyber Summit, which will host top government, corporate, and thought leaders in cybersecurity with the theme Black Cyber Talent in the Future of America. At this summit, Microsoft will host its Into the Breach exercise, a gamified learning experience to test cybersecurity skills that will be hosted for Black cybersecurity professionals in Tulsa to participate in. Microsoft will also support Black Tech Street in the creation and convening of an employment partner consortium, a coalition of national and local companies that are committed to screening Black cyber talent produced via this alliance for paid internships, apprenticeships, or outright employment. As well, we will also build a sponsorship consortium of companies who will contribute towards scholarships for Black Tulsans pursuing cyber through one of our partner mechanisms. At this time, I would like to acknowledge both Regent Bank and Conquest Cyber for proactively being the first members of our employment partner consortium and our sponsorship consortium. And I would like to thank Hewlett Packard for donating an initial $57,000 to our sponsorship consortium. Finally, Black Tech Street has been named the Microsoft Tech Spark Fellow for the state of Oklahoma. The Tech Spark Fellowship is a program designed to spark hyper-local tech-led economic development in communities. In addition to an initial $50,000 grant, Tech Spark provides streamlined access to a suite of Microsoft programs that can be leveraged for partnerships and bolster the tech workforce and startup ecosystem here in Tulsa. Now, I want to clarify that these supports represent an initial engagement and are in no way a culmination or totality of what this alliance will entail. There are multiple other projects in development or underway via this alliance that were not ready to be named here today, but will be announced as they reach completion. What you see before you today is simply one moment to announce the start of our work together. There will be many more moments to come. Additionally, I would like to flag that today the Biden-Harris administration Office of the National Cyber Director released their cybersecurity workforce and education strategy. And in that press release, this alliance between Black Tech Street and Microsoft is named as one of the many alliances that is an example of the efforts that they want to see nationwide. You can see that on Microsoft. For Black Tech Street, the conversation has never just been around rebirthing Black Wall Street. In the modern era where many other cities have much more robust Black business ecosystems, the conversation isn't just about how we bring Black Wall Street back, but how do we keep Black Wall Street both globally competitive and at the forefront of innovation in the 21st century. For this to happen, Black Wall Street will need to become an engine of mass economic mobility for Black Tulsans in specific tech niches that will yield massive economic opportunity in both workforce and entrepreneurship due to their universal penetration, as well as present unique opportunities for 21st century Greenwood to be a national leader of Black innovation in these said niches. To execute on these tasks, Black Tech Street recently released its Innovation Ambition Matrix for Greenwood. Popularized by the Harvard Business Review, the Innovation Ambition Matrix is a mechanism for organizations to focus their innovation efforts in a way that maximizes impact and return on investment by investing 70% of efforts in a core innovation, 20% in an adjacent innovation, and 10% in a transformational innovation. This results in an inverted return ratio and the outperformance of firms that don't use this model by a 10 to 20% margin. Using this model alongside our two criteria in research on Tulsa's economic right to win, Black Tech Street has identified 3 innovation areas for our community to anchor: a core 70% focus in cybersecurity, an adjacent 20% focus in business intelligence and data analytics, and a 10% transformational focus in equitable artificial intelligence. Our alliance with Microsoft will anchor the cyber portion of our matrix and long-term position Greenwood for leadership in equitable AI, as Microsoft also currently occupies the leading global market position in artificial intelligence. In conclusion, I would like to end by thanking some people. Y'all bear with me on this one. I want to thank Sean Alexander for being my mentor and guide throughout this process. I want to thank Zane Elrod for believing in this vision before anyone else and working tirelessly to keep it alive. I want to thank Max Stein for helping out however it was needed. I do mean however. I appreciate you, Max. Desmond Forbes, I want to thank you for getting involved and lending a whole new level of credibility to this effort. And Ann Johnson, I want to thank you for your support from the start and standing here alongside the Greenwood community to represent Microsoft. I would also like to thank Black Tech Street's advisory board members, whom I would like to have stand and be recognized at this time. Y'all stand up. I would also like to thank Connor Godfrey for being an incredible ally and the Tulsa Innovation Labs team for supporting Black Tech Street as an anchor partner for this alliance. I would also like to thank the In-Tulsa team for providing data and conducting studies on behalf of this alliance. And alongside them, I would like to thank 2 of the program officers for Black Tech Street's core funders, Michael DuPont by way of Charles and Lynn Schusterman Family Philanthropies, and Brandon Oldham and Ben Stewart by way of the George Kaiser Family Foundation. Finally, I would like to thank Alan Collins and Kiore Taylor on the Black Tech Street team. I would like to thank my parents and my girlfriend, Bree, for supporting me through this journey. And finally, I would like to thank the Greenwood community. You are who this is for. And we commit to doing this work with Greenwood, not for or without Greenwood. I look forward to truly starting this work and cultivating the relationship between Microsoft and the Greenwood community to show the nation that Black Wall Street will be just as powerful an economic leader for the next century as it was for the last. Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to invite Microsoft Corporate Vice President Ann Johnson to the stage. I'll give her a hand.
Good morning. Thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here alongside Deputy Mayor Carr, Councilwoman Bill Harper, Connor, of course, and Tyrants, who, without his vision, work, persistence, yeah, none of us would be standing here. And it's not lost on me. When Zane Elrod, Zane, stand up for a second. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to embarrass you. When Zane brought this project to me, my first reaction was, it's interesting. We have a lot going on. If you think it's important, then go ahead. Go ahead and dive in, learn about it, and come back, right? And then he engaged Desmond, and he engaged Max, who Tyrants mentioned, and they all came to me and said, this is something that Microsoft holistically needs to support. This was during a time, as many of you know, in the past 2 or 3 years in the United States, where we've gone through a really challenging period of time, right? We went through a period of time where I thought, okay, the country is coming together, we're going to embrace racial inequity, we're going to actually do something about it. And I was proud for a moment. And I remember my sister, who is a couple generations older than me, or a couple decades older than me, saying, look, I lived through the 60s. I know what comes after us. And it's not what you think. It's backlash. And that's where we are right now. So to be part of this mission, to be part of this vision, to work with Microsoft to bring community opportunity to a community that was devastated. I can't, as a white woman standing here, understand and appreciate everything this community has been through. I'll acknowledge that. I can't. I'll also acknowledge that as a student, and I grew up, I was telling the folks here in rural southern Utah, I didn't learn about the race massacre in school. Wasn't taught. I didn't learn about it until I became an adult. I didn't learn about it until I left Utah, and actually I moved to LA right after school. And I met all kinds of people that I had never met before, right? We have work to do as a community, and that is why Microsoft is always proud to support these efforts. We want to bring opportunities to communities in however we can bring those opportunities to communities. And my life experience and my work experience teaches me that when we work with the community, we understand what the community needs. We don't just come in and say, here's what we're going to do for you. We get involved with these types of programs, and we bring our best people, and we can bring, obviously we can bring some financial aspects, but it's really the people on the ground, working with the technology, working with the community, and bringing opportunity. I've been in tech for over 35 years, and I've been in cybersecurity for 23 of those years. Cybersecurity is a mission and purpose-driven career. It's also a career that doesn't require you to have a technical degree. I graduated originally from community college. My parents were not affluent. I put myself through school. I have a degree in political science. Been in tech 35 years. These are the types of opportunities that we want to bring to your community. We want to bring the opportunity to educate people who may not think, they look at tech and say, oh, that's so far removed from what I could do. It's not far removed. If you ask the young me who left home at 17, put myself through college, didn't even know what Microsoft was, if I'd be standing here 30 some odd years later as a senior executive at Microsoft, that would have been the most foreign concept in the world. I was worried about my next meal and having a place to live. And that's the opportunity that we want to bring to the community. I want to congratulate Tyrants and Black Tech Street for the work they are doing here. I also want to congratulate them. It's a really big deal that they were named the Microsoft TechSpark partner for the entire state of Oklahoma. We are incredibly supportive of this ambition. And as I mentioned, this ambition is lofty. When I walked in this building today, I've been to Tulsa for work over the years. I've never been here. When I walked in this building today, I started reading. I started reading the tributes over here to Dr. Jackson. Really struck out. It really hit me. What really happened here. And I understood why Zane and Desmond and Max were so persistent in saying Microsoft has to be involved, because they were on the ground here earlier. They saw, they believed. You have the full commitment and support of Microsoft. But not only that, we're busy helping Tyrants recruit our partners, busy helping them meet other technology companies, because we believe that it takes a community, it takes an ecosystem, and it's going to take an ecosystem to fulfill 1,000 jobs by 2030. We can't do it alone. We're going to be by your side, but we can't do it alone. So with that, I want to thank all of you. As I watched, people kept streaming in the room. I asked Tyrants how many expecting, and we're standing room only. So obviously the community is incredibly committed to this ambition, is incredibly committed to this endeavor of taking and rebirthing an ecosystem, economic opportunity that was stolen. And I love to see it. With that, I want to thank you all again for being here. Thank you for allowing Microsoft to participate and be part of this important ambition. And I am going to turn the floor over to Councilwoman Paul Harper. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming out. Again, I'm Vanessa Hall Harper, District 1 City Councilor and a North Tulsa native. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm particularly excited for Tyrants. I remember, it's been at least 3 years when you called me and said, I want to talk to you about something. Didn't know what he was talking about, but we met. And to a very large degree, I'm still confused. But I know that he had a passion for something and a love to see his community grow in an area that I'll admit I'm not very knowledgeable about. But I said, whatever you need from me, just let me know. Because I saw a young Black man with a passion. And he has done so much. I'm so proud of him to see his dream coming to fruition. It's truly a blessing. And congratulations, Tyrus. So I'm excited about this new alliance with Microsoft and Black Tech Street to work alongside the Greenwood community. Perseverance, innovation, and collaboration have always been critical aspects of Greenwood's identity, and I feel this alliance embodies all of those things. Our community has always operated in a way that encourages people who want to help to work alongside us rather than on behalf of us, and that's important. This alliance is a very big deal for Greenwood, and I'm happy to work alongside Black Tech Street to ensure that it grows and is executed in a way that centers Greenwood's principles and maximizes benefit for Black Tulsans. The tech and innovation economy already plays a critical role in the overall economy of Tulsa, and it is critical that Black Tulsans are not only left behind, but have the opportunity to be at the forefront of such opportunity. I believe that through close collaboration and highly intentional engagements with the community, that this initiative can have a truly transformative impact on the overall trajectory of not only Greenwood, but the community of Tulsa in its entirety. Thank you so much.
Neighbors, colleagues, friends, it's an honor to be here. My name is Connor Godfrey, and I'm the director of the cyber portfolio at Tulsa Innovation Labs. My far more eloquent friends have said it all, so I'll keep my remarks quite brief. Tulsa Innovation Labs is an LLC of the George Kaiser Family Foundation. To keep it simple, our job is to channel resources and investment into sectors of the economy where we have a right to win. I said it's simple, but who is we and what is winning? I could say that Tulsa's right to win in cybersecurity is based on having an elite cyber university, or world-class critical infrastructure operators in energy and logistics. But other cities could make the same case. We talk about the extraordinary number of Tulsans who have served at the NSA and the intelligence community. But San Antonio has an NSA presence, and within a day's drive, you can find a number of military installations and associated cyber personnel. Note, these assets give us a right to compete, but not a right to win. The right to win comes from something that is more intangible, but perhaps only visible in a community like this. It's something that can only happen in Tulsa, and is part of the we that I flagged in our mission statement. There is no we more powerful than one rooted in the most tenacious community in America. Our current technology community, our current and future cyber community in particular, are building in the shadow of both historic and future Greenwood. I find that when people lean into this truth, it lends moral force and urgency and coherence to big ambitions like training 1,000 net new cyber Black professionals in Tulsa. When people lean away from the shadow, it falls on them all the same, it clouds judgment, it makes it hard to understand what winning and losing really is. Carving out a national niche in cybersecurity will require mobilizing all of Tulsan talent around a coherent objective with this type of moral force. And it will require all of Tulsa's anchor institutions to deliberately remove any obstacle between ambitious Black Tulsans and careers in cyber and technology. This announcement, as you've heard, is merely the starting gun. Tyrants, Tulsa Innovation Labs, and George Kaiser Family Foundation are fully dedicated to this mission, and we are honored to be an anchor partner alongside Luann, Desmond, Zane, Max, the entire Microsoft team. In closing, I would note that 1,000 Black cyber professionals feels intimidating. The roundness of the number feels like unassailable marketing copy. So I'm happy to announce that even before the starting gun goes off, this coalition is very much on the attack. I'll offer a program, example from the program that I know best, but this is one of many initiatives that I see represented in this audience. The Cyber Skills Center at Tulsa Community College, represented here by its director, Jeremy Wade, accepted its second cohort of 40 career sweatshirts in May, of which over 30% identified as Black or African American. And that means that so far this year, just taking the Cyber Skills Center alone, we've already knocked that number down to 94. We haven't even started. I'm sure the 1,000 number will fall and the onward number to the next target. Tyrants, Microsoft, the entire community, thank you, and we're proud to be an integral part of our own center.
Good morning. My name is Kasha Carr. I'm the Deputy Mayor of Tulsa. And Tyrants, I just want to say, wow. I mean, I want to echo Councilor Harper's comments. He called me several years ago and said, hey, Kasha, I have this idea. And I'm just so happy that you kept on with it. Because I know you had to have had a lot of roadblocks. But right now I want to say, I see so many organizations represented right here. I'm going to name a few. I see a building Tulsa, the Dream Center's here, Kaiser, former Taylor's here. Look, I can't wear my nation. I mean, the only way in Tulsa we can get anything done that's not just building roads and maintaining is by these partnerships. And I've only been in the city for 2 years, but I'll tell you right now, it takes resiliency, keep moving forward, and we can make something happen. I want to shout out the chambers here too. I just want to say, Tyrants, on behalf of the city, we are completely in step with you. We want to do whatever we can do to make this work. And I'm fully on board with thinking that tech is the next thing for Tulsa. And I love the fact that it's going to open opportunities for people that just didn't think they ever had it. And so just know we're here. Call us, you know, I finally got my cell phone. And thank you everyone that has decided to jump on board. The city of Tulsa has a million places it's going, and this is going to get us there. So thank you so much.
So before we close out, I want y'all to know we have a genuine genius among us. And he's sitting in the back, don't know I'm about to call on him. His name is Alexander Taman, one of the smartest, most creative people in Tulsa. Look at him. So as we were pursuing this vision, you know, I actually want to tell you, how many of you know about the Tulsa Driller? So long ago, before the Tulsa Driller, there was actually a project called the Goddess of Oil that was meant to be Tulsa's symbol because it was to symbolize that the wealth of Tulsa was oil and that was its future. In the 40s, they didn't want a nude woman to be the symbol of Tulsa, so you ended up getting a big burly oil man. That's just the old way. So we wanted to reimagine something that would instead prove and show as a symbol that the future of Greenwood is arts, innovation, and technology. And there was a piece that we had commissioned done that I want to unveil, that the brilliant Alexander, Alex, come on up, you get to unveil your work. Yeah, you get it later. Yeah, we hid it behind it. So, Alex, unveil your work of genius for us. We give you Lady Greenwood. Alex, do you want to explain some of the symbolism of the piece real quick? No.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexander Taman. I believe it is a privilege to champion those whom we choose to do life with. I love and respect Tyrants. I would never just put him on the spot like this. But I'm so proud, and humbled and extremely grateful for the opportunity to champion this amazing endeavor. What you see before you is a passion project of sorts, one dedicated to community members with an indomitable spirit, individuals whose lives bear both fruit and light. This piece, it's about innovation, it's about resiliency, so many more things.
I want to thank you all for coming. I'm going to be working with so many of you in the coming weeks as we materialize this alliance. I appreciate you. We love you all. Let's get ready to rebirth Greenwood. Thank you very much.